So today's topic, why the system was never built for women like us. So have you ever felt like no matter how hard you worked, no matter what you did, no matter how many rules you followed, no matter how much you sacrificed, you still can't seem to get ahead financially? And if that sounds familiar, I need you to hear this. It's not because you did something wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong. It is because the system you were handed was not designed for you. It was not designed for me. Welcome back to Speak Your Truth, Day 2. I'm Z. Yesterday we talked about declaring your financial independence, and today I want to go deeper. I want to talk about why so many of us feel behind, even after doing everything we were told to do. Because understanding this is not about excuses. It's about clarity. And clarity is where the real change begins. So let's look at some real numbers, because you know I like numbers. So women in the United States earn on average roughly 82 cents for every dollar a man earns. For Black women, that drops to 67 cents. For Hispanic women, that drops to 58 cents. Over a 40-year career, that gap can substantially represent hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost income. Look, women are more likely to take time out of the workforce for caregiving, for parents. I've done that. For raising children, caring for elderly people, which means fewer years earning and building retirement accounts. So women live longer than men on average, this we all know, which means we need more retirement, right? We need more money. We need more savings, and yet we've consistently had less and less as time has gone on. The Social Security system was built around a male breadwinner model. That's what it was built upon. Pensions that once existed have largely disappeared, and the stock market wealth that was supposed to provide retirement security, it's not equally distributed. It just is not. These are not opinions. These are documented structural realities. So the system was not built for women, and it was especially not built for women of color, for single women, for women who raised families alone, for women who lost a spouse and suddenly found themselves managing finances that they never controlled before. Come on. Here's what makes it even harder. Nobody told us this was happening to us while it was happening, right? You find out about it after the fact. We were just told we needed to work harder. Y'all need to save more. Just save more money. Spend less. You don't need to spend so much money. Save more and spend less. You know what? Do self-pay. Get a better job. Get a better job. Get a better job that pays more, and you'll be okay. And when we couldn't close the gap on our own, we internalized it as personal failure. And I talk to women every day, women in my family, friends who feel the same shame about where they are financially right now in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. Women who feel like they should have figured it out by now. My message to you is this: you didn't fail the system. The system failed you. And now it's time that we stand up and step outside of it entirely and figure out how we're going to make it work. So here is what is revolutionary about the digital economy right now. For the first time in history, there is a wealth building system where the old rules don't apply. Your gender doesn't determine your earning ceiling. Your age is an asset. It's not a liability. Where your life experience, the divorces, the losses, the pivots, the reinventions, this becomes the thing that makes you more compelling, more trustworthy, and deeply valuable to an online audience. The woman with wisdom and a real story can out-earn the 25-year-old with a business degree. That's just a fact. Online, the woman who raised 4 children alone understands more about resilience, resource management, and human connection than most MBAs. Your lived experience is your currency. And the digital economy is where the market, that's the market that you can trade, right? That economy is the market where it trades at the highest value. This too is a fact. So what does that mean for you today? What does that mean for you right now? It means that building a digital income stream, selling digital products, building any type of an online presence, joining a done-for-you system like I did with Legacy Builders is not about making money. It is an act of reclaiming what the system never gave us. It is building wealth on our own terms, creating income that doesn't depend on an employer who can lay us off at 58. Creating assets that we control, that grow while we sleep, that we can pass down to our children and our grandchildren. That is why this work matters so deeply to me. Because I had a mother that had a great job. She was a head nurse at Johns Hopkins Hospital for over 20 years. Everyone loved my mother. She was phenomenal. And she knew her craft better than most. But that same job is the same thing that over time took every bit of who she was from her, because she just literally worked herself to death. And that is the trap that most women find themselves in. You get these jobs and they may pay great. And even if you're a single woman with children, you can sustain yourself. But over time, it degrades you. It degrades you mentally. It degrades you physically, because you're giving everything that you have just to sustain yourself and your family. That's not the way it should work at all. You shouldn't have to work yourself into an early grave. My mother should still be here with me. 50 was far too young for her to leave. And I don't want to see other people go through what I've had to go through in losing a mother so young and having to take on a lot of responsibility at a very early age. I had a younger sister that I had to care for. It was a lot. And I don't want to get into my whole personal story right now. The whole point is that you do not have to unnecessarily struggle. And that's what I need you to understand. And that's what Legacy Builders presented to me. As a single person, I don't have children, but I have to take care of myself. And I have friends and family that I want to be able to help in times of need. So Legacy Builders exists, and it gave me that. And that is where I'm here every single day this month talking to you and showing up for you, because I want you to realize that you don't have to work 16 hour days, 6 or 7 days a week to make ends meet. It doesn't help you if you're a woman and you have children and you're doing this thing on your own, where you spend so much time working, you're not even able to be around for your children the way that you need to be. I know I never saw my mother as much as I wanted to, because she was always working. She was always working. But luckily, that work ethic that she had and that love for her family is what helped her keep her head above so many things for as long as she did. But I want you to think about something right now and write it down if you can. What has the traditional system actually cost you in income, in opportunity, in time, in dignity? And then ask yourself, what would your life look like if that changed? If you had income that was yours, that no employer, no economic cycle, no relationship could take away. Drop your answer in the comments. I want to read every single one of them, and I want to know what you think. And if you're ready to start building that alternative today, the Legacy Builders link is in my description, okay? So check it out, click the link. It is a quick video. Watch the video. See how it can help you earn and build and become financially independent. And as promised, I will see you back here tomorrow for day 3. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I want you to know that you are not alone in this struggle. You have someone here, me, that is here to listen, and I will help you as much as you can, as much as I can. Okay, Mercury retrograde. Forgive me. All right, guys. I love you much, and I will see you tomorrow. You all have a wonderful day. Bye.